Welcome Why is that so weird?
Hello, everybody. I don't think we've named the podcast yet.
I don't think
So-
so.
Looking for names currently.
So I guess one of the topics of this will be trying to name the podcast.
We've already been trying to do this for so long, and we can't come up with anything else. We keep saying the same thing over and over.
Everything's taken.
Yeah,
I guess so.
the Oddcast, it already exists, and we're really just pun-based comedy and music. That's about all we got.
That's it.
All right, so we did want to do a little bit about like us and our background and stuff as well.
Who are we?
Yeah.
Just
I guess
want to start it off?
Melanie should probably start since.
Oh.
I mean, you did start the band and everything.
Okay. Hi. My name is Melanie.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi,
I'm an
Melanie.
alcoholic. I'm just kidding. I play bass and sing in The Oddity, and it was my idea to start the band. So,
I don't know about that. I think I had something to do with that.
How long have you been playing bass for?
well, I was like 14, so 6 years, 7 years,
Sheesh.
7 years.
Why bass?
Guitar was too hard, so
Oh.
I had to dumb it down a little to bass. I started playing flute in middle school, and that's how I learned how to like read sheet music and play. And I wanted to do like rock stuff, so I just decided to play bass. My dad got me one. I joined a band class here where we are.
At the current location.
So that's how we got not mad. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, I've still never learned really how to read music, so there's that.
Currently putting in the effort.
We'll get the wheel later and test
Eventually.
you.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fucking the wheel of pain. Oh no. All right.
What about you, Justin?
I've been drumming for almost 6-7 years now. I've always kind of wanted to. My grandfather was a drummer. That's what this tattoo is. And then my uncle was a drummer. And I've always been really into music. At one point, my mom, this was like maybe 10 years old. She got me this little like touchpad drum set from like Walmart type thing that came with like plastic drumsticks that I literally broke. I was trying because God knows I wanted to fucking play. She was always like I'm not gonna get you anything expensive unless you can prove to me that like you're really into it. And so she would get you the cheapest stuff first. Like you skated, right?
Yeah.
So you know like fake skateboards, like
I started
Walmart
off on a
skateboards.
rusty Batman skateboard.
Yeah.
that my grandma
Yep.
gave
I think
me.
I had like a Harley Davidson skateboard.
Yeah.
And so that's just kind of how it was. And eventually, after a few years of asking and begging, she finally found one on Craigslist when I was like a freshman in high school. I never took any band or any lessons or anything. Just the internet.
I took drum lessons.
Your drummer
How
career.
that turned out. No, it was at Fender where I was taking the drum lessons, and you walked through the store first and then took an elevator to go up to the drum lessons. And every time I walked into the store, all I cared about was the guitars. Like I saw like the guitar, it was like a guitar spiral. Like
Oh, that's sick.
It was like a pillar.
Okay.
And then drum lessons, I just lost brain cells in there. It was just not making any sense to. I don't know how old it was. I think I was like 8 or something. It just wasn't clicking to me.
You're just like guitar.
Yeah.
I don't understand drums. That's like my least.
Did you start on like, I don't know, like that guitar? Or did you start on like an acoustic? I legitimately don't know.
This is the first one I bought ever.
Yeah.
Originally, it was black. I think you guys remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I first auditioned. It was black, and then I spray painted it white, and then I put all these
You painted it
random
white?
parts. Yeah.
Oh damn, I would have never
The paint
guessed.
job.
This is the one that
I just
was
thought
black?
It was like older, yeah.
Yeah, look at right
What
here.
the-
Flowers landed in it, and I just dusted them off like that while it was still wet.
Gives it some character.
I thought.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm confused
No, it
right
looks-
now.
Yeah, I
think
just thought it was like
dropped
older.
right here.
I thought the black one was the black one that you have now.
We don't have like multiple
Big
angles,
Gibson?
so for those who might be actually watching, it's like cracked a little bit underneath. The paint's
It's
chipping.
a beat up guitar.
It's a used guitar. You
It's
actually
loved.
play with it.
Loved. I like that.
Except on TikTok, it is not
It
loved,
is not
unfortunately.
one bit. Half a view.
Ouch. I
You
watched
ever
it.
you ever want to like throw stickers on your guitar and be one of those kids?
No, I was completely against stickers on guitars. I thought they looked ugly and it made it look cheap.
I had a
Yeah.
friend who, like, the first time I played, it was just in it like a band. It was just me and then him on guitar, and he had just like a sticker bombed guitar. There's like SpongeBob stickers and like
That's
Van
nasty.
Halen stickers and all this other stuff. It was interesting. Dude was always super talented. He was always one of the most talented guitarists because he was playing like Eruption at like, we were in like elementary school. We were in like 4th or 5th grade. He was
Wow.
just like, he would bring it to the talent show and just fucking like hammer away, like no issues.
I want to see.
You gotta step it up. Sounds like.
I want to see this.
I'll have to try and see if I can find. Oh, there's a fucking video, maybe somewhere on the internet, of us in like 5th grade, playing like a live, basically phone recorded song that we wrote in like the past 15 minutes before that.
Is it good?
No, that's awful. At that time, I was like completely self-taught as well, but I was always like, man, whenever I listen to music, I feel like it's always like there's way too many cymbals. Like there's never enough drum for some reason. I have no idea why. It was just like it was a thing that went through my mind when I was like first trying to teach No, this is before I even had my own drum set. He had one, or his brother had one, and I would just like start learning how to play on it. This was like the very first time I ever touched an actual drum set, and I'm like trying to do like tom fills at one point. I'm like, he's doing a solo. I'm like, why would they call it a solo if there's other people playing? So I like stopped playing and I'm like, solo, like, because I'm like in my mind I'm like solo one uno, like by himself.
Oh,
It's
God.
so bad. I hope that video is never found.
You gotta find it.
No.
Do you still have the same opinion about the symbol thing?
No.
Nah.
No. I mean, like, toms are fun, and then they make like great like aggressive like beats if you want, but I think you can do a lot more with cymbals. They're just more versatile.
That makes sense.
Okay, so we did how I started, how Melanie started. How did you kind of actually start playing guitar?
Not drums.
Not drums.
I think I was 14, maybe 15. I watched Lords of Dogtown, and they have like 5 Jimmy songs on it.
Mm.
So
Jimmy, I don't get
listening
you.
to Jimmy over and over again. That was my first time listening to Jimmy, so that got me hooked. And I listened to Jimmy for like a straight, got to be 3 years, like nothing else but Jimmy. And I was just trying to pick apart everything that he did, music-wise, in his music. He knew music theory too, stuff like that. Yeah, just basically copying him for so long. And then I got to the point where I couldn't really learn anything more, so I hit a wall. And I also wanted to try and like get my own sound, not sounding like Jimmy or anything like that.
Makes sense.
So that's why I got into Van Halen. I got into Van Halen because of you guys. I didn't even listen to Van Halen.
I don't think any of us particularly like Van Halen.
No, I'm not
That much.
like they're fun. Don't get me wrong. They're really talented, but it's like, yeah, hair metal is just not really like my.
I love it.
I don't listen to it, but I like it. I like the style.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like if it comes on every now and then, I won't like necessarily turn it off, but I don't know if I'd.
I think it's just coming from a guitar standpoint. It's just fun music. It's fun to play. It's fun to. Everything's fun about it. The rhythm is
Yeah,
fun. The lead
that's
is
fair.
fun. The solos are fun.
It's definitely fun to play. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
I think that's why. Because
Okay.
if I'm playing just like blues all the time, just like 12/8 blues, 12 bar, and it just gets boring. It did get boring. I played that for so long.
I feel it. That's why I loved The Devil Went Down to Georgia so much when we played that, because it was so different from anything else I
But
played.
yeah, we play all these rock songs, but when we touch back to like the blues songs, I have a lot of fun with those.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Tish, I have a lot of fun.
No, I bet.
I remember on your band mix profile or
Oh,
yeah,
let's
musician's
hear
friend. It was like blues, Jimi Hendrix,
Definitely Jimi Hendrix had me first.
No, but you were like, I'm a blues guy. And and I was like, damn, I don't know if this is going to work, but I was like, we got to try it. And then it turned out to be great.
Yeah.
And you weren't just
Wow.
blues. I don't know. I was expecting you to only like blues, but
I guess
No, that was around the time I was trying to stray
That-
away from it.
that's also when we had that one guy come and try out before you,
Mhm.
who he was like really into jazz, and he just, I don't know, he was okay, but he was kind of pretentious. Like he did this. He's like, I bet you guys have never heard this chord before.
he also could not play. I feel bad because he was so nice, but also there were weird moments like that where he was like, oh, I bet you never heard this. And it's like E minor. And we're like, what?
Nice one.
But like he could not play a song. Like I mean, I don't know. I don't
He just
remember
knew the
that much.
chords.
But
yeah, I just don't remember it
he
being.
couldn't play like in time
great.
with other people.
Oh, I see.
It was bad. No
Neither can
shade
I.
though.
We play in time with you, Anthony.
Exactly.
No, I'm always fast. Like in most songs, I think I lean a little fast.
But I also like playing fast. But
See, that's.
Toxic.
I started mostly with like, the first song I ever learned was I think "Under the Bridge" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but that was just because it was like a nothing burger. Like as long as you could just keep time, that's really all it was. And then I like immediately hopped into Avenged Sevenfold.
Big leap.
Yeah. And so between that, I've always started with faster stuff, I think, as well.
I started with slow stuff. I think the first song I learned was "The Wind Cries Mary" by
Oh,
Jimi Hendrix.
My first song was
Christ,
Jenny.
man.
Jenny.
We
Nice.
stuck with it.
All this
You've
time.
been playing it for.
Been playing it ever since.
How do you still do that?
It hurts. I'm so tired of that song. I don't like it anymore. I used to be able to like listen to it and be like, yeah, and then I used to be able to play it and be like, this is enjoyable, but now I'm like,
Yeah, you just
Just
reach
get
a
through
point
it.
of like repetition, and like that's the only issue I have with some like when we play some of the more like bluesy songs. I don't mind it because we don't play a bunch of them,
Mm.
but for me it's just like 4/4, stay in time, and that's it. Like if you do a fill, you're doing too much, which like that's the point of the song. I get it, but sometimes it's not always the most fun to play.
yeah, I feel like with drums, there's a lot of songs where it's just like the same thing over and over. Same thing with bass. There's not
Yeah.
usually exciting.
It's fun for me to play. I enjoy it.
Okay.
There's a solo.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, I think we can go into what made you start the Oddity, Melanie?
I just really wanted to be in a band because my dad was always in a band, and I was like, oh, he's so cool. And I actually played Jenny with my dad's band one time, like right when I learned how to play, and that was my
So
big
did I.
moment. Well, okay, that was later.
Damn, I'm the only one here who hasn't played with your dad.
Yeah, you played with my sister.
I did play with your sister and your brother-in-law for a minute.
Good times.
So I guess that's onto that, how I met you. At one point you hit me up, I think before Brandon even joined the band.
it was very early on.
And you were like, hey, we're looking for a drummer. And I was like, partially just like not confident in my ability, but I was also like, I don't know if I can like learn songs. I don't know how to read music. So when you were like, yeah, we're really just gonna do covers, I was like, I'm good.
like sheet music required.
Yeah. I was like,
No.
fuck me.
I think that was before the band even existed. I think
Really?
I think so, because I was just like, I just need to find like a drummer. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember when it was,
Because
but
it would have had to been in high school.
it was in high school.
Okay,
It was.
'cause-
I was like in 10th grade.
Because I was friends with Raina in middle school, and then she moved and ended up going to Shap, where you went, I ended up becoming friends with Heather, I think, because of her, and
That's how. Yeah.
Then that's
Heather
how I
told
met
me.
you.
She was like, I know a drummer, and I was like, yeah.
yeah.
But it didn't work. It didn't work out, unfortunately.
Yeah. Then you hit me up to go practice with you, your sister, and your brother-in-law, and that was okay. There were some ups and downs.
They're right. I was definitely not as good as I am today.
Yes, I have gotten better.
And I had the nasty red bass. The action is like this far apart. This is the fretboard.
Wow.
These are the strings.
Solid 3 inches.
It was brutal.
See, 3 inches is a lot, Anthony.
Can we cut that out?
That was so random. It's not
was
what I
brutal.
expected at all.
Brutal.
I didn't even know what to say. I couldn't say it. That was so
Start
out of
crying.
nowhere.
You were saying?
So yeah, it didn't work out once again.
I guess you get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how somehow you ended up being in the band after all of that rejection, pain.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I technically rejected you the first time, but that was more of like an insecurity thing. I was like, I don't think I'm ready for this. But I don't want to say that because, you know,
I just thought, I was like, wow. I was like, he really thinks that people want to hear original music.
I mean, at the time, I was like, I mean, if I'm gonna be shitty, I might as well be shitty and like make it up myself. Is kind of part of it. But yeah, I was like, I don't think I can play a lot of this stuff. And then like maybe 6 months later, you were like, hey, and I was like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, and then the third time I posted on my Instagram story, and you
Yes, and I responded.
you
that
wanted
time.
to do it. I was like, finally. I was like, I could have just asked, but it was too weird after the two
After the
failed
two?
attempts. It
Yeah.
was too weird.
I thought the same thing almost. I was like, oh, should I like not say anything? Because like she didn't hit me up again after we tried the thing with your sister, and so luckily I did, and
Yeah.
we're here now.
Imagine.
You would have been with that angry guy who tried out before
No,
me.
if he sees this, oh wait, we don't practice there anymore, so it's fine.
Yeah. Location secret. And then I guess on to Anthony would be left.
Yeah, you guys gave me what, like 10 songs to go off.
I don't think was it 10?
I think it might have been about 10.
It was 10.
With you, we gave you like 2.
No, you
Three?
gave me a list of like I think 10, and then I picked 3, and I think you picked 3.
And then you got 10 songs.
Yeah.
Did we play all 10? I really don't remember.
I can't remember for the life of me.
It feels like
I have the
so
audition tape.
recent and so long ago.
Oh,
You do have the fucking voice memo.
I have
it
it
on
on
my-
You
on
psychopath.
my old phone.
Keep that to yourself.
No, I'm uploading it to our
Uploading it.
YouTube channel.
My audition tape for the oddity.
Yeah, so
Unbelievable.
good.
But I don't remember all the songs. I think Jenny was one of them.
Classic.
Jenny, Life Was a Highway, Seven Nation Army.
Of course.
Ew. Why?
Yeah, and I've never played any of these songs except for Seven Nation Army because it's a
Yeah,
simple
who
song.
has?
Everyone
Even
knows
I've
that
played
song.
Seven Nation Army.
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure that's the only one that I knew how to play, and I spent like a whole like month learning.
You probably could have like only done half of them all right, and we would have been like, all right, compared
The
to
bar was very low. Because we really wanted to find someone.
Yeah,
I tried really hard.
no, dude, we
Yeah.
can we definitely can tell you're amazing.
And you only got better. You got so much better really fast. I think because you started playing with other people.
Yeah, I've never played with other
You
people.
just got way
I just
better.
played by myself the whole time.
Oh my god, your first show ever
I don't
was
Dressed as Stevie Ray Vaughan.
the Halloween show.
I still have like
Flash-
PTSD from it.
That was awful. We should definitely talk about that. That was so your first show ever, right? We try to put on a Halloween thing every year. This year, I think this was 2 years ago now.
It was
and-
2020, yeah.
So yeah, it was 2022. And so we go to some friend's Halloween party. They invite us to come play for them. It's not like a huge crowd, but it was like a solid amount of mutual friends and some neighbors because it was just like a backyard party. And to start, before we even start playing, as we're setting up in basically mud.
Yeah.
It-
In the
it-
dark.
In the dark. They don't have any lights for us, which, okay, it's a backyard party. You know, you deal with what you got. You work with it.
They had one outlet.
And so as we're setting up, there's a dog on the other side of one fence just growling and barking at me. Just so close. Like, he's feeling like he's about to, like, break through this fence to try and get to me. In the middle of our set, I think, this dude he was a cop, right? Or some
have
sort.
no
I felt
idea.
like he seemed like he had a law enforcement vibe.
Yeah.
But he
Most
goes
likely.
over the railing from his house with like a flashlight and like shines it on us. He's like, "What are you guys doing? What are you making all this noise for?" Like in the middle of our set.
And
we're
no one
like-
said anything. It was dead silent.
we were all like, so just an awkward silence. He just goes, I'm just messing with you.
And then he came over and watched the rest of it.
Oh my god, no, the way it ended.
I have an issue with the setup, okay? Because I was confused. Obviously, I was confused because my dad wasn't there. And I put the bass amp like next to me instead of behind you, and so you couldn't hear. And Anthony's amp was next to him instead of behind you, so also couldn't hear anything there. I don't even think you had a monitor. Like, who had a monitor? We had like 1, 2.
I didn't know how to set up a stage at all.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
Like, shoot, because I think the only other show I played before that might have been the other Halloween one with Vincent, our previous guitarist.
And my dad was there to like set everything
Yeah.
up. So yeah, it was a shit show. We couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear myself out at all playing, talking. I couldn't hear anyone else. Just like the drums.
Everybody left. Everybody just walked inside. They were just hanging out inside for the most part.
For a bit, yeah, some of it was pretty bad. I mean,
After the show, let's talk about that.
We should talk about the ending
The
of
fucking-
the show, which is the most catastrophic.
Oh, I was
ending.
gonna just try and breeze over that.
I
part.
know.
we
but
can't.
We
It's
have it on
integral to
video.
the story.
Don't say that. 'Cause then
People want it.
We'll have to upload
It's not
it someday.
uploaded anywhere. They'd have to hack into our hard drive. to the
Exactly.
Into our
That's
Google
what I- That's
Drive.
what I meant.
Oh no.
Some people.
So secure. But we got cut off for the middle of the song. Now, it didn't start very well. We kind of fucked up on the intro, but it was okay. We figured it out. And then we got the song started. And then I guess we went over like 10 o'clock is what the issue was, which they never told us.
And we told them we need to be done by 10, but they're like, no, keep going.
Yeah. So we even went on a little bit longer. They walk up as like we finally like get this intro together. We figured it out. We're getting going. And then they're walking up and telling us to like cut it in the middle of the song. So fucking Melanie's turning around to me and is like, "Hey, cut." And
I
I'm
was
like, "No, we finally got this. Let's just play through it. Like we fucked up, but we're, trying to be professionals. You just play through it."
Right.
And then our fourth previous member, she was just kind of standing there. But
we were all lost.
yeah,
very
we were all just
confused,
lost.
yeah.
But like Anthony and I were just going for like the
She was just sitting there
intro.
hands free. She was like,
Yeah, but Anthony and I were just like going for it, just like the intro for so long,
Yeah, we were trying to
almost
line it up.
I
unnecessarily.
just stood there. I was like,
And then eventually we just stopped, and
no, someone waved us down. They're like, stop the music.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like they
it was
It's
so
too
bad.
late.
But we went on while they were for a while. For a while.
second.
It was the worst moment of my life.
Ugh, that's awful.
It was on video. It's still on video. Yeah.
But the carrot cake.
The carrot cake was good though.
I don't think I got any carrot cake.
I didn't either.
Yeah, because the one time I was gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna go grab some carrot cake. You're like, nah, we're about to we need you out here right now.
It was time.
I was like, oh okay.
Tragic. That's what happens when your instrument takes the longest to set up.
Sorry.
You don't get carrot cake.
It's not my fault. It's 80 pieces.
And then afterwards, there was so much happening, and
I left like instantly.
you did?
Yeah, I left like immediately
I stayed for a while.
because I was with Vanessa at the time,
Oh, that's right. I can't
and we left
remember.
pretty quickly.
I was with Kelly. Yeah. I left too.
You guys
Yeah, I think we
did
both
the
left
right
pretty
thing.
quickly, but
Once I saw where it was
yeah,
going.
I did see
Yeah.
him. I don't know if we should say names. Probably not.
Probably not.
But a person passed out on the floor, kind of just asking for attention, and we were like, let's just leave. Let's just go. This is getting.
That was like the big
Awkward.
chaos of the night. And
It
I
was
feel
too
like
much.
the adults really blew this. We didn't know there were going to be adults there, like parents.
That's
and that
fair.
was another weird thing, but they were all super sloshed, like just gone. And one of our friends at the time was laying on the floor, like he was just super high, like drunk. It was bad. And he was laying down, and I think he was like passed out. I don't know. But the adults were like, this is outrageous. They
In
were-
their best Cockney accent.
they were so pissed off, and like they yelled at the guy. We didn't even know him, but he was like the host of the party. It was his house. He's like our age. It was his birthday, I think. And his mom was just like yelling at him, and he just went to sleep at 11 and left everyone there. And there was this guy in a dog outfit, and he was crawling around.
I was in my inflatable alien costume, and he like walked up to me. He was so far gone. He just like grabbed the little like dangly legs, proceeded to like pull me like into him like twice. I went, and then like walked away. Like he didn't say a word. He just did this like heinous act, grunted, and then left. That's like, I don't know. What?
Wow.
I would have called.
He almost
the
took out
police.
your speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he almost knocked that over.
Right.
Yeah, we had to go after that.
I don't know
There
why
was
I
no-
stayed because my ride was still there.
Uh.
I didn't even get drunk. I'm upset. No, like we got nothing out of this. We didn't get money. You guys
Nope.
didn't get carrot cake.
Didn't even get carrot cake.
The food by the time we got there was like trashed.
Yeah, there wasn't even anything.
I hate private parties. The more I think about this, like the more
The one we did with the
With
lady
the songs.
who wanted to play my drum. That one was honestly not that bad.
it was a good experience.
That one really
did
wasn't
okay,
too
too.
bad. And
It-
she was honestly.
She's pretty good, and everyone was like paying attention to us mostly. No one was like blacked out.
Yeah.
It was not problematic. That one was okay, but like
It was a kid party.
Yeah, that's fair. It was like a little kid party. We were the we were the clown that was invited to blow up animals.
I
for the
remember
little
the songs
kids.
that we played.
I hate him.
Only one.
Here I go. The other one was worse. I don't remember the screamo one.
I can't remember any of them.
Until the day I die, I spilled my heart for you.
Lovely.
I hated playing that song.
I didn't
too.
mind. That song was kind of fun on the drums.
Guitar, no.
Or the one that started bow no 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 no, and you guys could not come in
Oh yeah,
together.
that took forever to get.
It was. I'm so traumatized. I mean, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. No.
It was just not happening.
It's weird. It was a little
That's
weird.
not our style. I've never played music like that. I don't know about you.
It was like ska-ish.
I play some ska, but it's more like ska punk, if that makes sense. The closest I would play to like straight ska would be like No Doubt, which you do technically play, Anthony.
That song is
Yeah.
not ska.
No, that song's not very ska at all, but the drums are kind of. But yeah, my first show was the Halloween at my first guitar.
Yeah. My
Well,
third.
that'd be like the third in the band overall. If you want to get the timeline, go watch the Devastated music video. It's
Yeah.
pretty
It
straightforward
explains everything.
there.
Perfectly. Not
Surprisingly,
confusing.
almost everybody was willing to come back for a cameo / role.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
surprised.
I guess the fourth person left afterwards, so we didn't
So
have to worry
I'm
about
glad
it
we did it
anyways.
when we did.
Yeah,
It worked out.
yeah, because I don't think that person would have came back.
Everyone else though,
We even filmed that Easter egg while she was still in the band.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was her idea.
Yeah.
When she put it,
So
she
you guys
wrote
should
it in the
cross out my
book.
name too.
Well, she's like, yeah, it's happening.
Yep. It's a
Yeah,
big-
yeah, she definitely knew. I don't know. It is what it is. But I don't remember Vincent's being too bad. The Halloween party.
No, that one was pretty good because it was our first thing with you, and everyone was like, wow, he's actually really good.
Okay.
It was a huge improvement
I haven't.
from before.
I think I've told you this, but your dad after that show came up to me. It was like, wow, that's like a big improvement on the drums compared to previous. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I was like, sorry, bud.
Getting it.
I was like,
No shade.
especially because like he was still. I think he was there, wasn't he?
I don't know. I think he was gone
He might have been
at
gone.
that point, but we were still, close, like friends,
Yeah.
I guess.
Uh,
Good times. Halloween, I don't know. It's cursed now. I feel like because what did we do this Halloween? Nothing.
I don't think we did anything this Halloween.
We skipped it.
No, I swear we did something. Like the couple days before. Did we have a gig?
Were we gonna do something?
I think
thought it was the Devastated music video release.
we had a gig
Oh,
with my dad.
that's right. You
We had a
guys did,
gig
but
Yeah.
With my dad, like 2 days before.
but we were gonna what was it? We were gonna do. Yeah, we released a video for Halloween, right? Or we were gonna. I don't know if we did
Around
on
time.
time.
We did.
Okay.
We made it. Despite everything, we made it. But yeah, as far as Halloween parties, we just don't have
The je ne sais quoi.
yeah, the friends or fans would be the word.
We need an audience. That's
We
fair.
have less luck with the Christmas party.
Christmas, oh, no, I'm triggered.
The Christmas corporate party.
Corporate parties, I don't know. They don't want
that
us.
wanted to pay us what, $1,000?
$1,000 for 4 hours.
We were like, bet.
I
We
would.
didn't even check our schedules. It's like, yep.
Yeah, we,
Yeah.
yes, of course. And
But
I
every time you need me there, I'll be there.
I will be there 100%.
that could have been so great.
Then,
I was so excited as soon as you sent that $1,000 for 4 hours.
it was gonna be just the three of us, right?
No, we were gonna get a guest keyboardist.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
And I think I said yes before I even asked him. I was like, "You're coming."
Yeah, we're like, we'll figure it out for that money.
And he was like, "Sure," and then it never happened. Triggered. I'm upset.
Is this next month is probably our busiest in a while, or maybe even ever, right? We got like 5 shows in the next month and a half.
March and April, yeah.
Pretty great.
Original shows, which is not something we used to do.
Yeah, that's true. 2
Before
original
a month
shows,
ago.
3. Oh no, because we're doing the same thing at Rockefeller's, right? Where it's mostly originals, but some mix of both.
Yeah.
Is it still 2 hours for this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
2
I think
hours.
2 hours is our best set length. I think,
Prime.
yeah, it's enough time to like settle in and like get warmed up, and not too long that like we're running out of steam.
Right.
Because those 4-hour gigs, Jax, like
Exhausting.
they were exhausting. That last set every time was the third set was always the worst in my opinion.
I like the fourth.
The last
fourth
one,
step.
people were like
yeah,
into it.
because they were drunk enough by then. But that and we always save our best songs for last, because I guess if it's a saying, there's probably some truth to it.
Yeah, I just put all the hard to sing ones at the end, so I don't have to, you know.
For
Yeah.
me, it's the first and second set that are.
The second one's always crusty. Actually, well, all of them. No, the first or second one are usually the lamer ones
Yeah.
with the 4-hour gigs. At the barn, we're only playing for like a half an hour for the first one.
And it's just originals, right?
Yeah, half an hour. That's not our style,
No.
That's like 3 songs.
because we're like a bar band kind of. So
yeah, generally.
it's weird to like only play for a half an hour. Like, that's crazy.
No, I think it'll be good now. I think. When was that? That was April.
April 6th.
6th. Okay.
April 6th.
God damn, that's coming up. Yeah. I sent in like I think it was like 4 requests at the same time, to like off at work, and right before this, my boss, I think the same day, put a group chat together because they revealed that they were cutting hours, even though we're chronically understaffed. I don't know why. But yeah, they were like cutting hours, and she was like, "Yeah, if you guys need any changes or anything for the rest of this month, just let me know." And so I was like, "Should I text her about it, or should I just do it through the like official like time off request thing?" I was like, "I don't feel like having a conversation about this many. I'm just gonna do it the official way and not worry about it."
Did she approve it?
I honestly do not care. I just
Honestly?
sorry if you're listening to this and you're my future or past employer.
Or pass? He's ready.
This applies to all of them.
Yeah, I gotta try something, prioritize one way or another, and that's gonna be music first.
Why do you think I've had 5 different jobs while being in the band?
Yeah, yeah.
I have a lot of questions about your newest career move.
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
You never,
Anthony.
you just get jobs and then you don't tell us what it is, and we have no idea what you're doing. You're just like, "Oh, I'm free this day," and I'm like, "Oh, I guess he works somewhere," but then it's always something weird. So, give
Yeah.
us some context.
I mean, what did I start off as?
I think Panda Express was the first one. When
That
you
was a
were
while
with
ago.
us.
I had a sign flipping job before that.
When
That
you
was
were,
the first one.
And then
I
I also
do remember
worked
that.
at a water bottle company.
I don't remember
You
that
never
one.
said a word.
I don't think you
about that.
mentioned about that. Were you like filling waters or?
No, it was like a CBD water,
What?
and we were, and they made a
So
what
you
are
were
they called?
selling
like
water?
shots, or what are they called?
Like the tinctures?
Like vitamin shots or something
Oh,
like that,
yeah.
with CBD in it. And so we just put those in boxes and shipped them out.
Oh, that's not bad.
Or same with the sodas. We had sodas with CBD in it. Wrap it up. That's basically our job. just wrap
That
everything.
sounds grody.
Yeah, it was.
They
I
didn't
tried
taste
it.
good, did they?
None of them did.
Because
None
I've
of them.
gotten like edible drinks. I don't know if you've gotten those.
Yeah.
And
I got a
they
horchata.
they're hit or
That's really
miss.
gross.
Some of them are okay. Some of them are, but they usually are like absurdly strong. Something about drinking it. I don't know if it's any different than actually.
The one I got was really good. the horchata. It was good. You say ew, but it was good.
So the water thing, sign thing, Panda Express.
Panda Express. I'm pretty sure there was one before that when I first joined the band too. No, that was around COVID, right?
It was,
was
you joined in
unemployed.
August.
Yeah, you joined like mid-COVID or right before COVID?
It was August 2020.
Okay,
So
so yeah,
it was-
that's mid-COVID.
Is when we thought it was going to be over.
Yeah.
I think I was unemployed. Yeah.
That's one of the
just
reasons
got
we
let
were
go.
like,
Yeah,
joined.
I do think I remember you saying that when you were gonna join
Yeah.
the band that you were unemployed.
I got let go from auto body repair shop, collision repair, and then the water bottle company job,
the man of many trades.
sign flipper job, Panda Express as the Walkman.
The Walkman?
Yep. And then the job that I have now.
And then
And
the
then guitar
lessons.
lessons.
Yeah.
I still do that.
You
I
do?
snatched one of his students.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so instead of getting paid, I was getting paid 25 for that hour class. Now I just take the whole 50.
Getting
Poached.
whatever his name is.
Yeah, I got fired and then rehired from the batting cages job
I remember that.
because it was so stupid. I've been I've been through 3 owners of this business. I'm on my 3rd. The first one, they hired me. I just like walked in there and I was like, "Yo, I like baseball. Do you guys need any help?" And he was like, "No, not really. But if I do, I'll call you, I guess." And then a few months later, he called me because he was trying to sell the place. He didn't really want to be there anymore, but he needed somebody to be there to operate it until he sold it. But that lasted for like 6 months or so, like 8 months. And there were like a few different people who were gonna buy it. One dude was about to buy it and then ended up losing his foot to diabetes. And then when he came back from the hospital, my boss had then sold it to somebody else. So that was interesting.
Wow.
But yeah, so the second guy came and he's the one that fired and rehired me. He was just like a business guy, really. Like I don't think he played like adult softball, but I don't think he was ever like super interested in baseball. It's kind of the vibe I got. And so he was like just trying to run a business, which that's fine. But I was in high school, and at the time I was the only other employee. So he then hired like one other person that he was like friends with, and she was like the manager, and she worked more than me, which made sense. That was her job. Ended up hiring like one of his friend's kids that went to the same high school as me, and then one of it was going to be his roommate. He was going to like rent from him. Essentially, what happened is he overhired. He had too many people for this small business, and since he had no connection to me, he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna have to let you go." Okay, whatever. I'll move on, I guess.
Disrespect.
Doesn't move on.
I get well, I get an interview at Pole Position Raceway, but I pissed hot, so I didn't get the job.
You what?
I didn't pass the drug test.
Oh.
Oof, brutal.
It was so stupid. The guy came out because I did the interview with like the owners and then like the head manager, and then like as I'm walking out, the head manager is like running out of the building like after me. He's like, "Hey, we really liked you. We wanted to offer you the job now. You just gotta pass this test." And I go, "Fuck. Hey man, I'm just gonna be honest because I'm not gonna pass it if you give it to me. I smoke. I'm not gonna pass it. Is there anything I can do about it?" And he proceeds to like tell me places to get like fake piss and like flushes and like a few
Wow.
of these different things. He's like, "Wait a week, do this, and that." Like,
Determined.
They wanted you.
and I was like, "Okay," and I did most of what he said, but then I kind of fucked up with one of the flushes and I didn't pass. But weirdly enough, like right after that happened, I got the news that I don't pass. My old fucking boss, the one who fired me, calls me back. He's like, "Hey, you want to come back with a raise?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that."
Wow.
But basically what happened was 2 of the people he hired ended up shagging in the closet. And so we had to let him go.
No. Why?
Yeah. So that was interesting.
Oh my god.
And then now I work at Starbucks as well. Oh, I did have
Nice.
one job where I set up like events for like, it was just like an event planner thing. I don't know, whenever you do like festivals and things, people that
How
would
did you not book us?
this was like maybe 9th grade, sophomore year.
Okay, we'll let it slide.
I only did it like twice too.
Why would they let a ninth grader plan events?
Well, I wasn't doing the planning. They would plan it. They'd be like, hey, go set up tables here, go set up chairs here, go set up a game here, go set up this here, go serve food here, anything along those lines.
Interesting.
I think I only did it like twice. Got my first pay. The fucking bank deposited my paycheck in the wrong account. My very first paycheck.
Rage.
I didn't get my first paycheck until like 3 weeks working. I don't know what happened with that. I just got mine really late. And so I went 3 weeks just with.
I think that's
nothing.
usually how it works. You'll either get it 3 weeks or 1 week sometimes.
Mine was like 3 weeks, I think.
But usually, I think I just got the shit end of the stick on that one because usually it's like not that far. Mine was like extra far for some reason.
Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say because I know like if you start like in the middle of a pay period or like right as one happens, basically they won't give you the next one because you only work 1 week and it's like that's not worth it for them to basically do that. So they'll just be like, yep, you're gonna get 3 weeks worth of pay.
No, it wasn't 3 weeks either. It was cut in half
Oh,
of
that's
1
fucking
week.
weird.
What?
Yeah, so I got like half a 1 week check, and then it came through all in the second check.
Weird.
So
That's
3
weird.
weeks of work, and I made like 18 hours or something.
Dang.
Yeah, I was working under the table at first too. Like the dude paid me in cash. At one point, working like a 13-hour shift, just sitting there while like watching Netflix. Because this was at the point where he wasn't really doing it anymore. One of the people who was gonna take over the place was running it mostly, and so like I think that guy's daughter was like supposed to be there that day. Oh, but then she like texts me or calls me or whatever, like, hey, I can't make it. Can you cover my shift? And I was already working that day, so I ended up doing like a 13-hour shift where I'm just like sitting there like watching Netflix the whole time, basically.
That's everything.
I haven't had a job like that.
That's all I do at this batting cage shop, unless I'm giving my lessons, which obviously then, you know, I have clients and whatnot. But if I'm not, like we just have a team in renting the place, all I do is set them up if they need it, because sometimes they're already ready / like they know how to set themselves up. And then I just kind of sit there. If they need, like if they want to buy a water, I'll sell them a water. But other than that, I'm just like on my phone.
That's great. I wish.
Here, I work here at our podcast location.
At the set.
This is the only place I've worked. And on Fridays, I just work in the office. And if it's not, it's usually pretty busy. And I'm always like doing something. But we started watching Disney Plus on the TV in the lobby because we couldn't get the concert thing to work anymore. I don't know why. So we just started watching movies, and it's been so great. It's everything.
So that's your job description?
That's your job history.
Yeah. Well, I've actually worked at one place for like a month. I don't know if I should say it. I'm scared.
I don't even
We
know
don't know
that
it?
is. Yeah, we don't know it.
It was Master Musician.
What?
What?
Master Musician, the music shop down the road. I just
You
exposed
cheated
the
on this place?
Well, I worked there first, technically,
Oh, okay.
because I really wanted a job because it was summer, and I was like,
Mhm.
I don't know. My parents were like, you need to do something. Rude. But I worked there because I've always been in band, and I was like, oh, the instruments, like, this will be nice. I thought it was like an actual job there, but they were like, no, we just hired a bunch of temporary high school employees to go to the rental nights at like middle schools and rent instruments. And so I wasn't doing anything like cool or important, and I
You're just
really
like-
didn't like it. The people were fucking weird. It was like a cult. I hated it. And then like a week later, Larry called me and was like, do you want to work here? And I was like, yes. And so I quit that job. And it was the worst like 2 weeks I think maybe it was only 3 days.
Wow.
I don't remember, but yeah, it's been uphill ever since. I get to teach the classes now that I used to be in as a teen.
How's that? How's teaching?
I like it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't give lessons for the drums, partially because I'm self-taught, and partially because like half the time I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. If you haven't noticed, I just like am able to do it. Like that's why like when we were doing the intro to like Sunday Bloody Sunday, I was like, nope, that's not it. Nope, sorry, give me a sec. All right, this is like sometimes I can't like physically explain to even to myself like what I'm supposed to be playing. I just kind of am able to. Like if I really take the time to like slow it down and like, and maybe if I actually took lessons and like learned how to like the actual vocabulary and whatnot,
You don't need that.
I'd be able to. But yeah, like sometimes I just like, I don't know, I feel like I can't like vocalize.
Well, I am self-taught too, but learning all that music theory and like no value and rhythm junk, it kind of like makes you see everything just clearer. It's like putting on glasses.
That's kind of what I was
That's
thinking
what it
if I ever.
Because right now
Took
I can
the time.
play it, but it's like, you know, it's blurry. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what I'm doing or why it works or what makes it sound good.
I feel that.
But-
I'm glad I learned like the music theory first before learning how to play, because it was just so much easier.
Yeah.
But I never was taught like how to play the instrument, so I don't know any like technique
As
on
far as,
these
I mean,
instruments.
it's a bass though. So
I know. I'm like, oh, I just play the root note of the chord.
It's you're supposed to use your thumb or a pick. I think that's about it.
We'll use a pick.
Sounds about right.
All right, my bad.
bad. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Everyone's like, oh, do a scale or I didn't used to know what 12-bar blues was. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. My dad would be like, it's just 12-bar blues, and I was like, that means nothing to me.
It's just 12-bar blues, Mel. It's 12 bars of blues.
I know, so I'm like, so what is that? But after going to college, I get it now. I could have Googled it, but I know what that is.
Yeah, like I get a little bit of like drum theory stuff, like when it comes to that. Like I get what, like a paradiddle is and like quarter notes versus 16th notes and like how to read like a time signature. But that's about it. Like I'm pretty surface level as far as that goes.
Same with me. I'm pretty surface level on everything that I've been trying to learn right now.
I think you're making good progress.
I mean, yeah, that's the no, I'm sorry, that was I mean, yeah, it wasn't towards you're getting better. You're definitely really talented. Like, no, it's always funny because whenever we play shows, like obviously Melanie, like she's the lead of the band. Like you've literally had people come up to you and be like I know that your band members exist, but you make the band.
It's awkward.
It's your band.
And their eyes are always closed also.
Yeah, they're always blacked out.
They don't know who they're talking to.
Exactly.
They could be thinking they're talking to you.
It's
It's bad.
And then Anthony, you always get like reactions when it comes to guitar solos, right? Like I mean, it's just guitar. That's how it is.
Always.
Yeah.
You get people trying to touch you on stage. They're like,
Yeah, that's that dude at our last show, who was just like he wasn't even just like front stage, which would have been I think okay. He was like leaning over
yeah,
the
it was
stage.
a
Every
little too
set you
close.
saw the progression.
He was getting like the first set. I don't think he was like drunk enough to be confident, so he was just kind of standing in the corner and just like
Right.
listening. He's like okay. First little bit, halfway through the first one, he's like standing out there, and we see him and notice him. By the time we're in the second one, the dude's plastered, and he's like giving all the energy.
He put his foot on the stage as if he was gonna like step up.
And then your dad.
Yeah, well, I was trying to signal to my family the whole time he was up there. I was like,
Like, can you guys not read my eyes?
I guess not. And my uncle's like, crazy. My dad, my mom. I looked at your mom and she's like, everyone. I was looking at everyone.
That's crazy.
I feel bad because he was just enjoying it, you know?
Yeah.
And wait, he was enjoying it,
But it was messing up our flow, man.
but it was really awkward, and he was a little too close,
Yeah.
just a little. But
a bit.
he had the right idea.
Yeah. That's what, like, if everyone was out there doing that, thing would have been okay. If he wasn't a male, probably it would have been less weird.
funky.
Just kind of like reaching over, touching you, a female lead singer. Like, that's,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's,
Luckily, he wasn't like weird or anything. He was just really drunk.
He was
He's
just
having a good
drunk.
time. But
at least nobody got into a bar fight that time.
yeah, last time
That was fun. I don't even know what happened.
I just heard it. I was like,
Yeah,
I
we
just looked over, someone was in a chokehold.
someone's in a chokehold and they kicked them both out.
That guy was totally cool, like 2 seconds before that
Yeah,
too. Like he was having fun. He was even talking to us.
He talked to us
switch.
throughout the night.
Yeah.
He like he could tell he was drunk, but he didn't seem like he was like plastered. Like something about the
He just got
Holocaust
there, too. Oh,
fucking
yeah.
documentary going on just really
he
set
just
him
got
off.
mad.
God, we
That
played a
had to
fucking show with the Holocaust documentary going on in the background.
I was watching it the
Unbelievable.
whole time.
Like
I was invested.
Invested.
Yeah, I was like, what's gonna happen? No, it was that kind of brought the mood down of the bar
I think so.
and us
a little
playing.
bit. Little
How are we
bit.
gonna dance to the Holocaust? You know?
Well, it's also hard when we're stuffed in a corner with like no room.
With the drum shield and everything, and the cables everywhere, and
Yeah.
it's rough.
No, our last
My mic was right here.
Yeah, that was.
the people that I showed like video of our last show to, they were like, "Hey, Anthony's finally moving," and I was like, I mean, yeah, we practiced it.
We
We choreographed it. We should choreograph something.
You gotta start.
Yeah.
You gotta start. Doing flips and stuff. Get really like Angel Vivaldi with it.
It's hard because we're
Behind the
like
head.
playing.
Yeah.
Through the legs, behind the back.
Lay on the floor. Go full Angus Young. Scoot across.
Angus Young.
Yeah, that's the AC/DC guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd dress up like a schoolboy and then lay on his back and scoot across the stage as he.
Oh, the spasm.
Sure.
You can do
Yeah.
that, but we'll just keep doing what we're doing.
Like, hey! Anthony just keeps. He just leaves. Scoots out the door. Falls
Or
off,
something
falls
like
off the stage.
It's awkward. Trying to be on stage. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I think most of it depends on how much energy we get off the crowd also.
That helps.
Because if they're, kind of down, then we're kind of just, all right.
Like
This is just a passerby song.
it's one of those things where like it feels embarrassing, but like I feel like we gotta, cause like they're never gonna provide the energy for us, right?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna respond off of us. At best, match our energy, right? That's the very best we could hope for. Let alone
That's why
Even
I
equal
thought it
it.
was a good idea for the intro to like
That's
bring
true.
everyone to the
That's-
top.
yeah, that
and
was a
then
really
work
good
off
idea.
Of that.
I still think we need more interaction. Because, like, Justin looks good doing what he's doing. You can tell he's into it. But me and you are like,
you two,
You're into it while singing though,
you both,
and
just-
you take on the like two vocals at the same time sometimes for some songs, right?
yeah, Arizona. I'm like,
Yeah. So I kind of try not to like mess with the
I don't-
vocals of the song.
I don't. Okay, so don't take this like in the wrong way. I don't really know a better way to say it. You both just kind of have like a naturally like resting bitch face. Like
Yeah.
you both just kind of like your natural face just doesn't necessarily seem like unhappy, but it just seems like focused.
It is
almost.
unhappy.
yeah, we are
That's
unhappy.
fine.
you
That's
know?
fine. You know, I wasn't gonna put words in your mouth.
No, but it is, for me, it's because I'm focusing on trying to, like,
You have a
sing and
lot to
play, and I'm,
focus
like,
on.
thinking and watching the Holocaust, and it's a lot. There's bar fights. There's a guy standing 2 inches in front of me, and I'm trying not to look.
No, I totally get why. Like, it makes sense. I was just like something I noticed that like it does come across in the face a little bit.
Yeah, even just walking around town, I'm like upset.
It's frowny face.
I think because we're not really outgoing that much.
Nah.
I'm like medium.
Do you want me to just like okay? So one of the reasons I don't do a lot of more talking is because like I don't want because if you guys let me, I would just talk. Like I would just talk to everyone. I'd just be like, hey guys, are you gonna like I could just talk to the crowd super easily. Public speaking, not an issue for me. I can bullshit.
That's basically my job now too.
And so that's kind of like, but like I don't want to like step on your guys' toes. It's a band. Like we're all here participating. I don't want to be like.
It's
Like-
kind of all got to be equal, right?
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
like if you guys wanted, like yeah, I can fucking speak a little bit more than you guys just purely because I don't mind it at all. It's not an issue, but again, like I said, I don't want to fucking try and be like, yes, I'm the new
I'm in
lead of the
charge.
band. I'm the band.
Well, and another problem is your guys' microphones are always lower than mine, and so when you're talking,
Justin's was loud.
that was chaotic. That was
Yours
bad.
was louder than Melanie's.
Because
that
my
show.
dad got him confused and was turning me down and Justin up, and I was like you couldn't even. I was gone.
My mic wasn't even on. I couldn't hear it at all.
I think it just wasn't coming through the monitors, but I could hear you in the videos.
I can't hear it even in the videos.
Wow, you're not listening hard enough.
Maybe I'm already deaf.
You're just matching Melanie's notes so perfectly you can't even tell.
Yeah, we're in
Oh.
unison.
Perfect. I don't have a problem with that.
There you go. See, it's all about up here, big guy. Right? Whatever you think, that's what it is.
You're absolutely right.
Oh my.
All right, what about band names? Or not band names.
The
podcast
podcast
Wait for
names.
that.
Yeah, let's change the band name. It's kind of over the oddity. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Our Spotify artist account says otherwise.
Yeah, like, obviously the Oddcast would be brilliant, but
It's taken.
it's taken.
And it's pretty popular, right?
Can we buy them out?
No.
No.
No, fine.
Can we just double up? I don't think it's like any reason why we can't. Like, you can have two of the same band names. Like, there's the Subhumans and then the Subhumans Canadian for no reason. Like, it happens. We can. It's a thing. We can.
I thought
Plus-
you said
plus-
that we can't.
I mean, I don't know.
He's
I
making
said it
up.
might be copywritten. I don't know.
Probably not.
But if they take us to court, guess who's gonna benefit most from that?
Us?
Us.
The publicity.
They're gonna sue us for what money?
They're gonna take our possessions. But that's fine, because all we need is our music. Stream on it out
Inspiration.
everywhere now.
So if we ever got signed, did you want to like wholeheartedly make sure we own every bit of our own music?
I don't think anyone would allow that.
That's kind of what I was gonna say next. But I was like at least like a majority of it.
Yeah, well, they're at least gonna try to take the publishing rights, which is like 50%.
Yeah, and so that's kind of what I'm like something. I guess I don't know if we ever even really talked about how we would want to do it. Personally, I'd be okay with it as long as there's no clause that's like, hey, you can't make any other music, if that makes sense. Like the whole fucking Kesha thing. You remember having with her?
Kind of.
So vaguely, she was. I don't think she did very well with one of her more, not the most recent album, but before the whole thing happened. One of her albums I don't think did very well. And so the studio wanted her to like go like do something different or like a specific path, and like she didn't want to do that. But because of the way that the rights were, she couldn't release any music unless it was under this label, even as like a different name. They had the rights to her sound basically,
Wow.
and so she just like was not able to make any other music. She wouldn't have any production behind it, and so she just didn't make any music for years. She just stopped. She's like, all right, bet. Waited for the contract to run out, signed a new one, and then started making music again. And so like, yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't want to be a part of that. That sucks.
I don't know.
Sounds
But
horrible.
It's chaotic.
yeah, as long as, because like we could always just be like, oh, we're no longer the oddity, we're the podity or something, and then be like, we're just gonna, because if like, I don't know. Ultimately, I want music to be like fun. I want to enjoy whatever it is. That's the whole goal. That's why we're working hard-ish now. Why we're playing to shitty bars and shitty bands and recording with the studio time that we have, because it's fun, but it's also like it's a challenge. And so we're trying at least
Especially when it comes to lyrics.
writing lyrics.
Brutal. We're gonna take a little writing break.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, for the next album, should we write the lyrics first and then put the music to it, or vice versa? I feel like.
Me personally, I come up with it at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Like famous, I was like, I wanna be famous. I was like possessed,
You're like, here it is.
and then I just started playing the chords that were in my head, and then I came up with the words after. But I had like the hook, I
The
guess,
melody.
together with the
Get
words
you, I
at the
get
same time.
Because sometimes I do find it. Okay, I do not find it easier to write the lyrics first, because then I feel like I have trouble putting them to any sort of melody. But then I have a hard time trying to like write any sort of music first, because then I feel like the only quote unquote like melody or like song like I have is the main one for like whatever the riff is. Like I'm just copying whatever the guitar riff is, and so like there's no like, I don't know, like dichotomy between them to actually like play on it, and so it's like boring both ways. I mean, that's why Feelin', it's literally now feeling how I wanna feel. Like
Right.
It all adds up in the end. You just do the music and then the words after.
Yeah, I love writing the music. The lyrics, I don't write lyrics.
You did.
I
you
tried.
wrote some.
A couple, like one here or there.
You're credited. That's
You're
all that
on
matters.
It. You're on it, yeah.
I guess that's all that matters. I tried writing music. I lost my lyric book.
No, not the book.
You know, I was giving my backpack back to my boss for the guitar lessons, and it was in there.
You need to go back and be like,
Is that the book?
Yeah,
oh,
cash.
no,
You'll get rehired.
I'll check the book.
The book is gone.
Book's
I
gone.
can't check the book no more.
Oh no, what do we have to do? We need to get you a new book.
Start crying.
I would be calling
Like
the
if
boss
I
and be
if I checked my phone right now, I probably have like 4 different songs that are all actually the same song, but I forget, and I'll like come up with like an idea and be like, that's a cool idea, but I probably only ever have like one idea. I think I have like 3 like notepads of basically the same song. At one point, I had the idea for something I wanted to do. I was like, okay, like I want to like write a version of like all of our songs, but like for myself, almost.
All right.
Just because I thought that would be fun, and I was like writing some songs. None of them that we ever will ever see the light of day. But I was like, oh yeah, this totally could be like a rap song too or something. And halfway through, I'm like, this is just absolutely awful. Like how? At
That's
what
how
point?
it goes,
At
though.
what point did I think this was even music? Let alone like could be two different songs.
Mm.
Us writing Zesty Swamp. Or sorry, the sound.
My bad.
Oh,
Oh no,
Exposed.
exposed. The demo track.
We'll edit it out.
Oh no, I should have just said Zesty Swamp because then no one would have known.
Nobody would have known. It would have been an unreleased song.
Ugh.
People would have been waiting for it. Like, where's Zesty Swamp?
There we go.
It's been 10 years.
Who? That could be the podcast name.
It's been 10 years.
No, Zesty Swamp.
The Zesty Swamp podcast.
We're in the swamp.
Ew, wait, we have the rock. We could get more, we could get like moss.
You could, like,
The
make it
Zestcast.
swampy.
Zestcast. We need an alligator
Oh,
live.
Is podcast spelled with one D or two?
One.
We could spell it with two.
And just capitalize the O.
Podcast.
Is that already a thing? I don't think so.
Probably. That's probably already a thing.
It's too hard.
I don't know.
Fuck being original, man.
What about?
Here, I'm just gonna Google a podcast name generator real quick.
Zesty Swamp pops up.
That would be like fate. That'd have to be the name of the next album. If that was the case.
Speaking of second album, when's that gonna happen?
I don't have it in me right now.
Don't have the drive for it.
Well, I mean, I want to make new songs, but
I'm already making music for it.
I feel like
I've got
Like-
tons of ideas on my phone already.
we stressed so much to like put it together. I'm just like, okay.
I feel like part of that was
Kinda relax.
circumstantial though, because we set ourselves like a time limit because we were like, well, originally we had some plans and then the fourth member changed those plans.
Mhm.
But we wanted to stick to those as much as possible, and part of that was the release dates and trying to get this album out ASAP.
Mhm.
And so I think that might be part of it. So I think, I mean, even I don't know, we could just do like every other practice. We could just sit and then like write. I mean, even on the pod if we wanted to,
'Cause
we could
this-
just come up with ideas, and then if there are ever ones that we actually want to use, we just cut them out real quick.
I know the second album is gonna be way less stressful and like
Yeah,
It'll be
we
easier.
could take our time with it,
yeah.
do everything
And so like
perfect.
to that point, I think we could start even with like our next practice a little bit. I don't like just kind of like coming up with ideas, being like, oh, this riff sounds good, let's workshop this on our own, or like, oh, I have a drum idea, oh, I have a vocal, like some lyrics, whatever.
Mhm.
And we can just kind of like start piecing it together slowly, and if it eventually soon starts to be like, hey, this is starting to sound like a song, something we all really like, yeah, let's go with it. And if not, then we scrap it and go to another idea that works better.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because I think some of the lyrics on some of our songs, of our last ones, I'm not that they're bad, but it just like I kind of wish we took like a little bit longer on those.
Yeah.
We're kind of all over the place a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just because I mean, look at what we're doing now. That we wouldn't have like the barn shows if we didn't have an album out for them to listen to.
Right.
That was our big thing that was stopping us before, was that we didn't have any music out.
And so that's why I was like, yeah, let's just send it. At least why I was down to like stress over it. Let's just send it. Let's get something out so that we can show people, hey, we have a passion, a talent for music. Maybe you'll like it too. And some people have.
So
A few.
My thing now though is I just want to like focus on promoting this album
Yeah.
and making sure that it gets heard
I do agree with you. I think that's got to be the main focus.
before we start thinking about the other stuff.
Yeah. And so I was like, if something comes up, like you said, you're already working on some stuff. Yeah, I don't think it hurts to ever jam and workshop ideas together. I mean, how hard? There's no negative in that, as long as we're squeezy.
Fun too.
It'll
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It'll come together and it'll be cool. I'm excited too. I have a couple ideas too.
Album names.
What Are the Odds?
What are the odds?
Hot Commodity. I still want to do that, but Justin says no, he doesn't like it.
Did I?
You did. You guys have like selective memories.
I mean, yes, very much so. But Hot Commodity's not bad. But I don't know if we would either have to lean into. I feel like we'd have to like really lean into the hair metal.
I feel like that's a hair metal title. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I feel like that's a third album.
I'm up for it. I'm trying to picture how it would work, because
It could work.
I mean it definitely could work. It definitely could work.
I'm down.
'Cause the only issue with metal, quote unquote, is technically the fact that Melanie, you're a female. Like metal generally is heavier and is more understood, or usually dudes with deeper voices.
And there's 3 of us. We have 1 guitar.
But my kind of hair metal is different, I'd say. It's
Yeah.
kind of more on the lighter side. It's kind of more of bring you up.
Oh, yeah,
more
definitely.
Thinking
And-
more like glam
deep.
rock than
Yeah.
metal, you know.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's something like, so we can definitely do it. We'll figure it out. If we can play Van Halen, we'll be able to do it,
Hot for teacher.
right?
Working on it.
Eventually.
Working
probably,
on it.
Probably never.
I listened to it. I haven't started playing it yet, but
I've been trying to learn it for like a year now. I can't get it right.
Yeah, it's fucking tough. That just the intro alone, those first like 6 hits
Mm-hmm.
are so odd and specific that it's just not fun. Like, I mean, it's fun, but it's frustrating to an extent. at
I heard
times.
for that song, the first 3 seconds of the song is actually Gene Simmons' Cadillac exhaust. Yeah.
No,
that's
that's
what I
not
heard.
real. No, it's Alex Van Halen on a Tom Phil.
No, it kind of flowed into that.
I mean, it might be, but
They
he's
did it both,
He's playing it either
and they
way.
had it
yeah.
flow into each other. So they
I don't know about that. Yeah, because I know there's a few songs that have done something like that. Oh God, I'm trying to remember another one.
But
that
if
I
you
can
listen
think
to
of.
it, you can sort of hear it,
Yeah, it sounds like a motorcycle, definitely.
and then you can hear the transition
Yeah,
into drums.
yeah. No,
we should have a debate about it.
it's because they're
I know.
you're wrong. I think they're technically called hertas, where it's like 1 2 1 2, if that makes sense. It's two quarter notes and then it's 2 16th notes, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how it is, but it's like really fast, and then
I see.
there's some
I hear
spacing
it.
in there, and yeah. But it's just tough because like even if you get it right, it's half the time it's so muddy that it's wrong.
My hardest part with that song is going from the heavy distortion. So this part.
Whips out the guitar,
Is that Conrad?
And then turning
basically.
down. Yeah, that's basically.
Exposed, sinky.
But going from that heavy distortion and then going to the light, clean.
Yeah.
That part's hard.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
Just-
get you.
No, it sounds right, but turning down this and then like getting the right tone that quick.
Yeah,
it's hard.
because it's very oh God, what's the word for it? Like, there's a term for like when a song like increases or like a musician increases or decreases like the sound as they're playing. There's like
Dynamic.
there it is. Thank you. Could not think of that word for the life of me. But yeah, that's fucking tough in the moment. That's
No, yeah, because you got to pick in your hand. You got to twist a knob, maybe even push a foot knob, maybe even go walk to your amp and then nudge it a little
it's probably all
bit.
just one button for most people now.
Yeah. So I try and make it as easy as possible to turn down my guitar from just the volume knob, but sometimes I have to use a pedal, or I don't like using pedals because I forget about them. Like when I'm using the wah, that's the last second thought. It's like I put wah on Life is a Highway. Yep, had to.
Love it.
Trying to
Where we
figure
at?
out how long we've been at. I think we're at about at a time here.
2,000 measures.
Because 2000, I know it's more than 1 second, and 2,000 seconds is about a half an hour. It's almost, I think we've been going a while.
We still don't have a podcast
We
name.
still don't have a podcast name. You still never told us what your job was.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, there was a lot of loose
I
ends.
work at
here.
a Skyline place, and I'm a tour guide. Basically, people go there, they pay for a tour, or they can pay for other things too. They have like a jungle
Whoa,
gym tour.
Anthony.
Not like that.
Okay.
No.
Weird turn.
They do like a race zip line. They can do that one. That one's pretty quick. That one only takes about 20 minutes or something like that, 30 minutes. A jungle gym, which is like death. If you actually go up there, you're harnessed in, but I mean, you drop, you're just dangling there like you're useless.
It's like a bungee cord?
No, it's not a bungee.
It's just like a jungle gym that like you can climb and
Yeah.
accidentally fall off
Yeah,
of.
you just have a rope holding you.
Where is this? What town? Tell us the town. You don't have to tell us.
Corona.
I should
I mean,
have
it's
known.
5 minutes from my house.
I mean, it's a
Something like
business.
that.
They might want the.
Well, I don't know.
I don't want to tell people where I work.
That's fair. That's fair.
The fans are gonna come find you.
All three of them.
Yeah.
Your mom's boyfriend,
Your brother.
your girlfriend,
Wow.
my dad.
Just I'll show up for a sky tour.
I want to get a tour.
No, you don't.
No.
Not for me.
No?
Are you a bad tour guide?
Yeah, I might like let you in wrong, and then you might fall out of it. No, I'm just. Joking.
I mean,
It's actually really easy. It's just I don't know. Some people forget certain things. I don't know.
I'm scared. I'm not going there.
I mean,
Yeah.
didn't we just see the whole thing you sent to
Yeah.
the group chat
The death.
about not at Anthony's
No,
place
somewhere
of
else.
work, a different place,
Different
but
place.
similar job.
Yeah, they told us about that too.
Like, good luck, everyone.
But
Don't
basically, I'm a tour guide.
don't be that person.
How big is this place where you?
Man, I'm trying to
you
imagine
tour?
what this
I'm
could
like,
be.
What the hell? Is
There,
this like a safari?
I think there's 17 zip lines total.
Got it. You're gonna have to show me after.
Yeah, I have
this.
no idea where
Yeah.
this is. I can't tell.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we have a podcast name.
The
The Swamp.
I don't know. We are pretty big in Eastern Europe right now, so maybe we should pick a Czech Republic name.
Something to support Ukraine.
Oh,
Too soon.
too soon. Too soon.
They're not dead. They're arguably winning. What do you? So I was saying to show support, but all right.
I knew this was gonna come up. The Ukraine thing. I was
I
like,
literally
we keep
have nothing
jumping-
to add.
Same.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
Honestly, we can just leave it blank for now.
The Oddcast, the podcast, the Odd Man Outcast,
I think that's our best bet.
the Odd Man Outcast.
Yeah,
Oh, I kind of like that. That's not bad. The I'm an Outcast.
it's the album. It's our.
We can always
Podcasting.
change it later too. There's nothing that's like says you can't, right?
True.
I'm up for Odd Man Outcast.
Odd Man Outcast.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
All right, for closing this podcast too.
I guess this will probably be the conclusion of the very first ever
All right.
Odd Man Outcast.
What do we want to
Gross.
say to
Oh,
depart?
Oh, do we want to end on a jingle too?
Ah, 2 jingles per
All right.
episode. Okay,
And
someone else started this time.
Do wop up. Oh wait.
I was feeling it. I thought it was good.
do wop. Do wop.
Do
Do wop. Do wop.
do wop.
Do wop. Do wop.
That was horrible. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Perfect.
We should go to Denny's.
Denny's?